Oke, ini kita di Suhr Factory. Ini kayu-kayu yang sudah kita pilihkan untuk high-end gitar. Check this bro. Ini kayu-kayu untuk high-end gitar. Oke. Ini factory-nya. This is Nigel. Hi Nigel. He's the customer service. Hi Dan.
Hi.
Okay, this guy who handle all the problems.
What problem? Never any problem.
Oh yeah, sure. So let's see the factory.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, let's go. We'll start in the wood shop, huh?
Okay. All right. Okay.
So the wood shop is a fitting place to begin, right? This is kind of where everything starts, where we feel the heart of the guitar. We've got 4 CNC machines
Okay.
running all day. These 2 over here are for bodies and also our plastics. We've got our pick guards and back plates and cavity covers. We try and do as much in-house as possible. And these 2 run basically full-time on necks. So necks take a lot longer in the initial cutting stage than bodies do, just because they kind of have to go in and out of the machine more time, just more steps in the process. But you can kind of go up to the machine and see it work and come to that. Feel free.
How are you, man? You are here now. Yeah. So this is Lee, Juan. He's my guy.
Nick is the man.
I saw you coming. I'm like, oh, he's ready with the camera. He's ready to go.
So what you do now, man?
A little bit of everything.
Okay.
All this business right here. Definitely good time.
Okay.
Hopefully Nigel treating you well over here.
Look at this poor Pharaoh.
I saw a big pickup order for you back there.
Okay.
Always nice to see.
Are you coming to Nam?
No, I'll be here.
You belong to here now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, bro.
that's all right. You'll have fun without me, I'm sure.
Okay, let's do next.
Yeah,
Yo, good to see you.
this right here.
Okay.
Kind of see what a body looks like straight off the machine. You know, some folks believe if you use CNCs to do the initial routing on a guitar, it's not really handmade, but as you can see, the bodies are still really rough as they come off the machine. There's a lot of handwork that needs to be done to put the radius on all the edges, basically smooth everything out, get it ready for paint.
Okay.
But the nice advantage of the CNC is all of this stuff is automated. The location for the bridges, the pickups, the controls, everything is preset. We know that it's going to be accurate. It's going to be right 100% of the time. And basically, this just replaced the pin router that we used to use when we were building guitars, you know? So we like the CNCs just because it's more accurate, consistent, safer for our employees to use. But still, as you'll see as we go through the factory, there is so much handwork that goes into each one of these. Basically where we store the wood.
Okay.
You know, and this is a really important thing for us, you know, the wood's the heart of the guitar. It's kind of the chassis that you build everything upon. And so we have to get this part of the guitar right. We have really strict requirements for the wood. It's got to be a certain weight. It's got to have a certain moisture content. We look at the grain, especially for trans finishes and things, and it has to hit that standard, or else it goes back. And we have wood of all different sorts, like limba, maple, roasted maple, bird's eye stuff. All the body woods are over here. So we got swamp ash, roasted swamp ash up there. We're doing some roasted body woods that you really like, mainly on alder and swamp ash. It's really cool.
So do you roast it by yourself? I mean by Suhr or other company?
We don't roast it in-house, but
Okay.
it's our wood. The
Okay.
wood we get from our suppliers, we send it out, it goes through the roasting process, then comes back to us.
I see.
Yep,
Let's see the woods.
indeed. Give me a second, maybe I can find you a knife. That's all roasted ash down there.
I
as
see.
well. Oh, here we go. You can cut that part of it out, right?
Okay. No problem.
Yeah, I don't know about these pieces. That's pretty. There you go. Nice piece of black limba.
Okay. Okay, though this is all black limba?
This is, yes. All black limba here and up there.
Do you have the black limba with highly figure? Yeah, maybe something somewhere
maybe
inside there.
something. That one's pretty. There you go.
Okay, okay.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so paint it with natural color.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is what you want.
So how is it an American wood for the black limba?
You'll probably need to edit this part of it out. I believe it's African, but
Okay.
yeah, don't quote me on it. Yeah, we might want to
Sure,
double
sure.
check on that.
Sure, no problem. Okay.
You want to check out the maple?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the maple top, is it?
Exactly. Right over. Yeah, so this is our selection of maple. It's all organized by the different type, different figures that we have. Basically, all the top woods are here, and we have all kinds of wood: curly, flame, quilt, pearl, and spalt.
Oh, okay.
All really nice stuff. And once this is stained and the stain is absorbed into the wood and sanded back, it's just going to make the grain just pop. It's another nice piece of
Yeah.
Curly quilt.
Very nice.
Anything else you want to see over in this area? Let's see, it's flame maybe? That's a beautiful flame.
Okay. So why is the quilt so much more expensive? Is it harder to get?
It is. Yeah, that's the reality of it. It's just
So is it actually from the same tree, the quilt and flame?
it can be, and sometimes you'll get different patterns depending on how you cut the wood.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's tough to get that really like bubbly quilt that's really even, book matched, really nice.
So the one in the middle, you call it a curly maple.
Exactly.
In the middle.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of half flame, half quilt.
Okay.
Absolutely. Beautiful stuff.
Okay. So this is the what, drying.
Yeah, so that's currently going through the staining process at the moment. That's a roasted ash back. with a nice flame top.
Was the blue aqua?
Yes, exactly. Yep, and so the stain, this is an actual dye that's put on the wood, and it's soaked into the wood. Sometimes it gets sanded back to kind of reveal some of the natural color underneath. But a lot of our finishes are, you know, they start off with stains, and then they'll get paint on the top, you know, for color, and then of course the clear coat. You might want to take them back here real quick.
Okay.
So these are the fretting stations.
Okay.
And here basically the fingerboards get cruised, and the next, after they've acclimated to the time, then we'll go through and put in the fret wire. Our frets are glued and pressed in, and we feel that's beneficial for stability and tone as well. You fill all those gaps between the fret wire and the wood and get a little bit more solid tone transfer from it.
So can you do this one, the Richie Sambora style? Whose order is this? You can do this?
You know, it's a custom order. So yeah, customers can send us artwork. You know, Illustrator, vector graphics. We can put it on a fingerboard.
Oh yeah.
Do custom inlay work.
Oh, you can do it that? You can do that now?
We can. Yeah, you can supply custom artwork. Then we'll have one of the engineers make it, put it on a fingerboard or body or wherever you want the inlay.
So
and we'll do our best to make it happen and see if it's possible.
So is this the Sambora? Sambora order? Look, man, this will be a history.
Okay.
You can cut it right there.
So these are the sanding stations where everything gets prepped for paint basically. We looked at a raw body as it came off the CNC. It was still really rough around the edges, still sharp. Here's the body after it's gone through the sanding process. So that looks a little more like a guitar, right? It's got the nice radius on the edge, super smooth, ready for paint. Paint booths, which we can't go inside,
Okay.
but you're welcome to film what you can if there's anything interesting happening. When stuff comes out of paint, we have to sand it again, and that's what all of this stuff is. Yeah, as you can see, these look really kind of matte finished. They look kind of hazy, and that's because this was a gloss finish that we've sanded back at this point. So once we're done with this, it'll and the finish sanding is done, and this is perfectly level. Then it'll go over to the buffing stations, and that's what brings the high gloss, the shine back to it. Staging area over here is essentially guitars that have gone through that buffing process. They're done and they're just kind of sitting. They're curing. They're waiting for final buff. They've been level sanded. Everything is good, and they're just waiting to get put together at this point.
So
Yeah. Anything you want to see here?
yeah.
You want to check this out? This
So okay, that's the gradient.
yes.
Okay. So what's the craziest color you ever made?
Well, if you mean, do you mean crazy as far as difficulty
Yes,
or
difficult.
just weird
No,
colors?
okay, difficult. So which color is the most difficult?
Really hard to say. You know, customers come to us all the time with custom colors.
Okay.
You know, a lot of times we'll see pictures of finishes that we've never done before. or
So
we've
what
never
you do?
seen before.
You try it?
We do. Yeah.
You must experiment first to get the same color to match the color.
It depends. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we even have to spray, samples
I see.
of it and really test it and make sure that we've got the color right. Send that to the customer, at the very least pictures of it so they can put eyes on it. It
Okay.
just depends on the finish. A lot of times we can look at the picture and kind of tell what's going on and how the finish was applied, how they got a certain color. But yeah.
So do you do it by computer or is just by from experience?
Just from experience.
Okay.
Yeah, people who have been doing it just for years.
I see.
It's like, people in our paint booth, they've been here for decades.
Okay.
And have just been doing it for a big part of their lives. So they know this stuff, And as soon as they see the colors, a lot of times they have an idea of what to do to execute it. They'll kind of break it down, do some samples so we can look at it, make sure we're in the right ballpark, and send it to the customer.
Okay. So this is the packaging process? This is the finished product for the box?
Yeah, just the boxes, really. This is just kind of a storage rack for all the packing materials. The actual shipping and receiving kind of happens back in that
Okay.
corner of the shop.
Oh, look at this, man. Hey, I think this is mine.
Is that yours?
I think so.
You want to check it
This
out?
is the black limba with the setback. I think so. I don't know. I think so. I think I did order.
That the one? Beautiful guitar, my goodness.
Yeah, this is the black limba with bird's eye.
Indeed. You see the back? That's nice too, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love those lines in the
Hey.
neck. That's beautiful.
Seriously, I think this is mine, man.
It probably is.
This is mine.
Double check. 45021.
I'll find out. Awesome.
Wah, cakep ya, bro. This must be with gold hardware. Oh, baby. Ya, ini gitar-gitar yang di order semua ada di sini. Look at this, man.
Yeah, these are the buffing stations where we would get that final shine on the guitars. And buffing is always tricky, right? So you're removing material as you
I
buff
see.
buff the paint. It's taking paint off of the guitar. So you always run a risk. We try and keep our finishes as thin as possible. As a lot of folks know, the more paint you put on a guitar, the less it's going to ring and resonate. You can kill a guitar by putting too much paint on it. So we
Okay.
try and keep it as thin as possible. And what that means is every time we go to buff a guitar, we take a risk.
I see.
Because that level of paint just kind of varies a little bit, and so there's always a risk buffing that you have to go back into paint and redo part of the clear process. And yeah, it takes a little bit extra time for us to do that, but we think the quality benefit is worth it. You just
Okay.
end up with a better sounding guitar at the end of the day, and that's the most important thing to us. It's never for us how quickly we can get things done and out the door. It's always about making it the best that we can, and so it's worth it to us to take a little extra time in the paint process and make sure everything is the way we want it.
So what's the smell? I mean, the smell is so good. Is it fragrance or what? No, I think because it's like a new guitar, all the Suhr guitar have the same smell. So you put the special fragrance. The smell. What smell is
It
this?
just comes through the air. I'm thinking what you smell when you get a guitar is probably the case.
The case
itself. Yeah.
So this is the smell of the case.
No, in here because of the paint booth, there's just all kinds of things in the air.
Okay, but it's a good smell. Maybe you are here every day, so you feel.
kind of acclimated to it.
Yeah. But this is a good smell.
Well, it's legal in California now. So we popped it in. Yeah. From the West, we sent through, by the way. I'm joking. Just for the record. Thank you.
So up to this point, really, with the guitar production, we haven't really built anything yet.
Okay.
We've kind of worked with just the individual pieces, the bodies and the necks, and this is our staging area where everything kind of comes together. One of the most important things that these guys do is the final fit of the neck to the body on our bolt-on guitars. That's critical, and that's something, even though the CNC can nail it and get that tolerance exactly right, what happens is as those pieces, the body and neck, are sanded, as they're painted, those dimensions change, right?
I see.
So you have to go back at this stage and refit the neck to the body by hand to make sure it's perfect. And all of our necks are hand fit. Each one is custom done for that neck and that body. Each one is unique and just kind of approached, you know, as a unique instrument.
Okay.
To put it together. So critical part of the build process. Here we're going over some frets. Looks like some freshly polished frets on a nice bird's eye board. It's beautiful. Frets look great, man.
Thanks.
You bet. How you doing, Sam? I'm doing well, man. Fit in the neck? You got it? How'd it turn out? Hey, you can go check it. He's going to fit it for you. Nicely done, man. Beautiful. Yep, that's what you want. Awesome. Thanks, Sam.
It's pretty easy, you know.
Yeah. This is Kenny. He's been here at the company ever since really John started. He was the first employee.
Hi, Jun.
How are you?
Hi, good.
You too.
Yeah. So Kenny is, in addition to being a master builder and helping John with all of the Aura single cut guitars, he's a jack of all trades. We need a good set of eyes, a good set of hands to get something done.
So
and
it's
done
the
right.
master
It goes to
builder,
Kenny.
bro.
Yes.
Say hi to Indonesia.
Training too.
Absolutely, training's a big part of it.
We're doing right now.
Yeah, passing on the information you've learned over the years to a new generation.
Hopefully they don't make my mistakes. All my mistakes, maybe just half of them.
That's awesome. Thanks, Kenny.
Thanks. So this is the testing room.
Yes, these are our two quality control loops. Very important part of our production process is QC. We have very, very high standards, as everyone knows. And some people think it's a dream job to be in here playing guitars all day, but I can tell you these guys have to be on top of their game each and every day.
So he's the guy who's responsible for make sure everything
making sure
is good.
Everything is perfect. And yeah, that's Nolan setting there. Noel, before he worked here, he's had years of experience in music retail as a Suhr dealer. He really understands what our dealers expect. He understands what our customers expect from a guitar. And let's face it, customers pay a lot of money for our instruments. They wait a long time to get one. When they open the case for the first time, we have to nail it. And it's our goal to do that on every single one, and the folks in QC help us do that, And any issues that they find, they'll work with the builders to get it resolved before we ship it. They spend anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes with each guitar.
For every guitar, 20 to
each
40
guitar,
minutes?
Yes, and they also test out the electronics, too.
Okay.
So they'll play through every amp, they'll play through every pedal as well. All the reactive loads, all of those devices will get play tested by a human as well. So that human element and quality control is incredibly important to us.
Okay. Oh.
This guy already.
Yeah, he's the man doing this aura.
Sign a release first.
That is awesome. Well, here you are working on an Aura. Out in the wild. It is awesome. Awesome having John here on the shop, on the shop floor, really. Working on guitars and again passing on the knowledge and experience that he's gained over the years to a new generation. So it's good stuff.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful guitar.
Now come over here and finish this.
Basically more stations where we have assembly, the final setup of guitars going on. This is cool.
Oh, the laser cut?
Yeah, we've got two lasers. Every one of our guitars ends up on the laser for something. At the very least, getting the serial number and the nomenclature on the headstock done. But we use lasers for all kinds of things. We'll use them for inlays, as we were talking before. Customers can send us, Illustrator files, vector art, a graphic or an inlay that they want. And then we can use the lasers to actually cut that material, cut the channel in the wood. You know, we're all about using technology where it makes sense, in old world craftsmanship where it makes sense. It's always just kind of about blending those two things and taking the strengths of each of them and working it into our process.
Oh, this is the pickup.
Yeah, exactly. We transition a little bit into pickups here. So we got the winding machine. There's so many variables that go into a pickup. You know, you've got the magnets, of course. You've got the type of wire, the gauge of wire, the number of turns, the pattern of turns, and even the tension of the turns. It all makes a difference in how the pickup ultimately sounds. The cool thing about this is once we finalize a design in research and development, then we can program it into these machines, which are like mini CNCs for pickups, right? And duplicate it every single time, which is so incredibly important to us. We want to make sure that our pickups sound consistent, so that no matter where you get one, no matter what guitar it's in, you know, that pickup is wound the way that we expected it to be.
So is the two pickup will surely sound the same, or they will be different? For two pickup, it will be sound the same?
Yeah, that's our goal.
Okay.
With every pickup.
Okay.
And in our experience, you know, you can ask people, you'll get different opinions on it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But we try and eliminate as many variables in the production process as possible to keep them as consistent as we can.
Okay.
There's a humbucker that's put together. It's been all wired up, and this just came out of wax, so it's a little sticky on the top. That'll all get cleaned up. We wax pot all of our pickups just to prevent microphonics and things like that, squealing and just kind of weirdness from the movement of the pickup itself.
Okay, so this is the reactive load.
Yes, yeah.
So he's the one who built this?
Yes, yeah. Gigi is the supervisor of this area.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
Yep, so she oversees basically everything going on with pedals, reactive loads, that electronic side of the business. And yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
We are so excited about this thing. We're just loving it. Basically, it's the same as our original reactive load. The load portion of it is the same, but we added the digital IR section on it. So now you don't need to run the reactive load to another processor for speaker simulation. It's got it built in. It's an open system, so you can plug USB into your computer, and it comes preloaded with 16 of our own IRs. They're Suhr cabinets. They're made by Celestian. But if you have your own IRs that you really like, third-party ones, you can plug this into your computer and load them on here and use them too.
So all handmade here?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, as you can see, everything is put together here. Everything starts out as just blank PC boards.
Oh, okay.
And eventually they will look like that, and yeah, everything is put together and assembled by hand here.
Cool.
And this is kind of the amplifier assembly area.
Oh.
Hey Roy, how you doing? So Roy's getting started on a chassis here. That's how it begins, really bare bones. Just basic components and wire, and we'll build it from there. I'll show you this over here. Some of our amps are hand wired, totally point to point on hand wired boards, but we also use circuit boards and PCBs. You know, we don't really believe that one method is necessarily better or worse than the other. They both have pros and cons, and strengths and weaknesses, right? With a PC based amp like this, you can get a lot more functions.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow, this is all the
this is the wiring area for guitars. So yeah, over here we will pre-wire all the pickguard assemblies, make pre-wired harnesses to go in the rear route guitars. And again, we offer so many different options with wiring. Customers come to us all the time with interesting ideas on how they can wire their guitars, and so we'll work with them on that, try and make it happen if it's possible, and get the information to these folks so it gets wired correctly. That's really pretty much it.
Okay, thanks.
More offices upstairs, and we've got a little video studio and that kind of stuff. But overall, that's
okay.
That's how we do it.
Thank you so much, Don.
Absolutely, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.